Big Country.
What's good, people?
How you doing today?
I'm making it.
You making
It was my mother-in-law's 60th anniversary. Her 60th birthday.
60th birthday.
And we had a great time. Me and my wife went out. We got a babysitter. So
I thought you was about to say you got a baby. I was about to say, dang,
No.
yeah, I already know.
Nah, we ain't having no more kids. We already got that fixed real quick.
Okay. I know. I know. I'm about to say this. You know.
Nah, in today's economy, you can't be having too many kids now.
You gotta calm down these days. You
Mhm.
you can't shoot the club up no more.
And then, like, somebody was telling me that they knew somebody that had 10 kids. I'm like, 10? They're on welfare.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds bad to say, but you're not going to tell me, unless you are rich, you're on welfare. You can't, man, hand-me-downs?
You gotta
Like
have
that-
me downs.
Like,
First of all, did you hear what DC Young Fly told that he got a grandbrother? His father had him when he was 61. I can't even fathom having a child, an arm baby at 61.
I know that's crazy.
I'd be like,
But
bro.
I know a lot of people having kids that, like, one of my family members, he just got a woman pregnant. He like 58, 59, somewhere around there.
That's just
I'm like,
just hearing it make me like,
no.
I understand some people, you know.
More, and I know this sound bad, but more than likely, you ain't gonna see your kid grow up. Once they hit about 21, you more than likely gonna be in the grave.
You better have you some quality. If you're gonna do that, have extremely good life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
You should have amazing life insurance. Why?
Please help your children out.
Like when you go out, I'm telling you, if I was 61, had a kid, I'd be like, I know most of my stuff already paid off. Majority of my check gonna be devoted to life insurance. So when I go, it's clear you getting a couple mil, at least $1 million.
Set you up. Just because I couldn't do certain things for you.
Because I couldn't provide because I'm gonna be gone when you get to where you're going.
Yeah, it's like
You gonna
think
know
about
me.
it. You have a kid when you sit in your 60s.
Right.
When they hit 10, you're gonna be in your 70s. The average black expectancy life is what, 75?
No, that's women.
Oh well,
72, 73.
somewhere around there.
That's somewhere now.
You do realize most people don't make it that long.
Yeah.
And now you got a child now. It's going to be hard for you to provide for that child. So you better set up.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
They need to trust.
They need to trust. And trust that you should have wrapped up at 70. Like, I'd be like, no. You know what?
Well, you know that whole saying, dudes can't stop shooting the club up until the club gets shut down.
I guess.
Like, okay, because if you look at it, a woman's only has a certain amount of time before it becomes damaging and dangerous to her and the child.
Right.
Now, as a dude, you can produce until the day you die.
Yeah.
The day before you die, you can still produce.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you better have something set up for your child. And not just a bill.
Not a bill. Keep the bills. Get that baby something.
Because the average black household don't have enough to pay for funeral expenses.
True. And that's what I be. Don't get me wrong, I understand. We got to do what we got to do. So when they start selling the plates to put you in the ground, that's the thing. It happens. That's how we get by. Or the new craze is start a GoFundMe for funerals.
But why not set up your family beforehand? Like, at least bare minimum. Hey, I got $10,000 set aside. You could bury me. You can pay for all my funeral expenses. You may even have a couple of K left over to do something. Or if you just want to, cremate me, because it's not like I'm coming back.
I'm not coming back.
So you cremate me, take the rest of it. Hey,
I always had this idea of like, I would be an apple tree, bro.
Oh, you want to be a tree?
Yeah, I just need them to get a Walmart bed sheet. It don't matter the color. Wrap me up in it. Sprinkle some seeds in there that's already germinated. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna grow. Let them feed on the real. you get some real, call them B-Hunt apples.
Oh.
I can be like the person that challenged Granny Smith.
You know it's gonna take a while for them apples to grow, right?
It's fine. Good things take time, bro. I'm worth the wait. When I start producing them apples, bro, I'm gonna be a real one.
Oh, what, the apple's gonna be black?
Bro, if they found a way, I definitely want my apples to be black, bro. Like I'd be like
the black apple.
The black apple. That's the B-Hunt apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's juicy, ain't it?
It's
yeah,
extremely juicy. You know what I'm saying? The only one come out, you be like, nah. You don't put this in no pie. You eat the apple, just the apple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that's real. Ain't nothing that real went in the ground, dog.
I guess so.
I'm just saying. Hey,
but
bro.
For everybody out there, I don't care what anybody says. Get life insurance.
Yes.
Because it will help and save. A lot of people get their finances to start something from life insurance.
Right. And also, get you a will. Because ain't nothing like, nobody win when the family feuds. And there's a lot of people going to ground, and you might have some. Ain't nothing. Now, your kids got to fight over everything. Ain't nobody fighting over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You going to get this and be happy with it. You going to get that. And call it a day. You making the decisions. Choose how you going to go out. Speaking of choosing how you going to go out. You know what I'm saying? Do you think the man who jumped on stage with Dave Chapelle would have chose a different way if he knew he was gonna come out with an arm that looked like he been playing Twister with a
Man, he wasn't expecting that whooping.
No.
Most times you think, oh, well, they're gonna stop me, they're gonna shove me to the ground.
No.
You know, I may get a knee in my back or something.
No.
He wasn't expecting, hey, somebody like, man, go on, set him up, break his arm.
Break his arm.
Like,
beat the brakes off him. Because you see, if you saw his head, it looked like he got in a fight with Earl Spence. Like, shout out Dallas.
Man, he got the brakes beat off of him.
He got did wrong.
And then after he got the brakes beat off of him, I know somebody was like, nah, it ain't over.
That ain't enough.
He gonna remember the next time.
That ain't enough.
It'd be funny if Dave Chapelle was like, nah, ain't enough.
Nah, keep going.
Mm-hmm. Like, hey, break him. He's like,
encore. Keep it going. Hey, that's hard.
And if you saw his arm and everything, his arm bent the whole other way. He's like,
man.
Oh, when you got up on that stage, you didn't expect to receive
but
that.
You know, this is why media shouldn't jump the gun. But they were saying when it first happened, they was like, oh, it's because we're making all them homophobic jokes and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. But then it comes out that, remember when they had that post where Dave Chapelle was trying to stop low-income housing from coming into his area?
Yeah.
It stemmed from that. But really, like, you had to go back and read all of it.
Apparently, they were talking about the guy was a rapper that, like I said, this was from the news source that I heard, right, which was actually K104.
Okay, K104. Shout out K104. I'm going to go with y'all because I don't know.
But they were talking about, he was actually a rapper that did a song about Dave Chapelle. And I guess he apparently tried to get his 15 minutes of fame by jumping up on that stage.
What?
And I was like, that's how you want to get it?
The price of fame is high. That's a steep price.
Bruh, I
don't
need to be famous
L.
if I gotta catch them hands.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want that whooping, bruh.
Like, man,
it ain't worth it.
You want to make it? You gotta get the whooping.
You know what he should have did? He should just got a Dave Chapelle lookalike. You know what I'm saying? Go be punching get you a Dave Chapelle punching bag made. Take his picture and just punch that a few times. Show your outrage. Post it on World Star. Hopefully it gets your views up. But don't take that whooping.
But I'm like, man, and they were talking about, well, because of what Will Smith did, which was go up on stage and slap a man.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, other people are starting to try to do these things. And I'm like, man, like, that is the dumbest thing. And I would tell all comedians, fight back.
This is what I'm going to tell you.
That dude out.
Don't get me confused. Like, I understand Dave Chappelle went through what he went through. And Chris Rock went through what he went through. Shout out Chris Rock, because that's in my mind, that's how you operate in that space.
Yes.
Would I have done it? I would have tried. I would try to emulate that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I would have made it.
Back to whatever. George Bush got a shoe thrown at him. He dodged it. Then he threw another one. So I'm like, if they throwing shoes at the president, what make you think Dave
But first of
Chapelle
all,
and
you
Chris
ain't gonna
Rock?
test the president. You knew as well as I do. Let that man run up on the president. They would have shot him for assault. They would turn him into real Swiss cheese.
He would have died. It'd be Denzel on Training Day.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm just trying to get to the trunk. Harlem shaking the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't do that. You can't run up on the president.
Yeah, but he threw a shoe and he got arrested.
He said, it's just
at least you got arrested.
Yeah, but I'll just respect the fact that he threw the shoe and, he dodged it, He was like, no, I'm not finna go to jail just for, I'm going to try again. He treated, he like, let me put another quarter in. Hold up.
One more try.
Ain't game over. This might continue, bro. God bless you with 2 feet.
Man, all I'm saying, for you to take that chance of running up on anyone,
it's a problem.
Like, I'm sorry, if a person out of blue were running straight up to you, would you A, turn and run, B, be ready to punch him in the face, or C, would you stand there and just see like, well, what is he gonna do?
Nah, I'm gonna fight. Speaking of people you shouldn't run up on, dude ran up on Mike Tyson talking trash.
Oh yeah, Mike dealt with him.
Mike
put them hands on him. He was like, oh, he needed some sleeping medicine. That's all he needed.
Some NyQuil.
Mm-hmm. And Mike gave it to him. First of all,
I wish NyQuil would use Mike Tyson as like the sponsor, bro.
Hey, that would work,
bro. ZQuil. He need to do ZQuil.
Oh, you want to go sleep fast? You want to go night-night?
You want night-night?
Okay. Hey, let me introduce him to you. Hey, yo,
Mike. Have Mike Tyson on the commercial with Z's on the glove, and then you be like, man, I'm tired. Pop, pop. Oh.
Like,
ZQuil.
Man, I can't get to sleep. Oh,
fastest way to go to sleep. ZQuil. You know what I'm saying? Be knocked out in seconds. He got the do he still hold the title for the fastest knockout ever?
I don't know. He did for a while.
He did.
I don't know if he still.
I know he was the youngest.
Yes, he was the youngest heavyweight champ of all time. He was one of the fastest knockout artists of all time. But I don't know if he still holds that title.
Mm-hmm.
But
knocked out quick, ZQuil. And
but
Mike
the dude
Tyson
kept on messing with Mike though.
Yeah, somebody should have stopped. I feel like I'm on a flight. You know who I am. And obviously, this flight attendant saw the man messing with the dude. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, for his own safety, because he's obviously an idiot.
And then Mike even said somebody threw the dude hit him with a water bottle. And I was like, oh, so you wanted
that. I hope the judge see that and be like, dude, you knew who you was messing with. Yeah, I know who Mike Tyson is. And that's why I'm not giving you nothing.
And the friend is right there the whole time recording
it. Like, bro.
Yeah, I see him doing it.
People trying to get quick checks for stupidity.
And that's one thing I don't like. I'm like, if you do some stupid stuff and you get dealt with, you don't get no check, nothing.
No check.
Ain't nobody paying no bills for you, nothing like that.
Like, if you run up on the game, like, don't do that. Leave the game alone, okay? Yeah. That's a different unless you about that life. Because he's obviously about... Have you ever seen the Sorcerer War video?
Oh, yeah.
Where he creeps out of the darkness and just puts his whole foot in the man's chest and backs out and does it again? I'm like, gosh, this is a violent individual.
Man, have you seen some of the fights they did? He was like, I forgot what dude's name
40
was.
Glock when he was pushing the dude, holding the phone.
He was like, don't run. Don't run.
Like, what? I mean, bruh, like, don't run up on that man. Let him have.
Oh, you've been talking this trash for a while.
You've been saying this. All right, cool. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. And he's fine with the fine. Like
he's like, okay, I'll pay him a little money.
I'll pay you $50K. I'll pay you $50K to take an L. That's how you want to live. That's fine.
Yeah. Like
don't do it.
It was hilarious with his trash talking. Like, no, don't run.
Don't run. But I'm just like, come on, bro. You gotta know who you're dealing with. Like, you run up on the stage and Dave Chapelle on that stage. You know security is there.
But that's one of the big issues we have today. Everybody tries to find that way, get rich quick, because they're like, oh, well, there's no boundaries no more. Right. Bruh, if you run up on me and my family, and I can consider you a threat, I'm gonna deal with you as a threat. I don't care. And it's stupid for anybody to have to pay someone for that, bro. He ran up on me. Like, it'd be different if I just swung first and he ain't had no issues. He wasn't yes, you're the aggressor. But if he's the aggressor, bruh, no, you're going to get dealt with real quick. But I don't understand. They keep doing that because they keep giving them money for it.
Right.
So somebody don't have a lot to lose. Oh, well, either I hit him and I get fame off of that, or he knocked me out and I at least get $50K off of it.
Yeah. How much is that money worth? That's all I'm saying. I just feel we in a society where talent is not as valuable as it used to be.
Yeah.
Because people aren't trying to use it to get anything anymore. It's like I'm using the quick, like you said, get rich quick. I don't need you to actually like what I do. I just need you to notice it enough for other people.
It's the shock effect.
Shock effect. Being shocking is more than being creative or
like
talented.
Somebody that actually is creative, it's hard for them to get a little...
Like, bro, no, not. But we've been shooting this podcast for quite some time.
Yes.
But I guarantee you, if we just swung on somebody, just having a regular conversation, was like, I don't like what you said, and hit them through the roof, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because I watch it.
Yeah.
I be like, dang, did Jeremy really just slide this man? Invite him on the show and hit him in the face?
First of all, I would never hit nobody for what you said unless it was against my family.
Right.
Like, that, no.
So
Family's
now y'all know,
limits.
If you're looking for the 15 minutes of fame, you know what to come on here and say. Just come through, say something about his family. He gonna beat the break. I'm gonna put it on World Star. I'm cutting that.
All I'm gonna tell you, if you come on my show talking about my family, you wanted this, so I'm gonna give you what you asked for. And but they still gonna be like, nah, you can't beat him like that though.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be recorded.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an issue.
Because I'm not going to be like, oh, 2 hits. Nah, he gonna remember this one. The next time he do this, he gonna be like, you know what? It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
You gonna think twice.
All right. Well, speaking of think twice, Kevin Samuels unfortunately passed. Condolences to his family. His mother.
Shout out to the OG Kevin Samuels.
OG Kevin. You know what I'm saying? But nobody was, these women online at the time was not thinking twice when they were slandering his name to and fro, you know. So is that, how do you feel about that?
Okay, my issue with the Kevin Samuels thing, whether you like what he spoke or you didn't like, the man is no longer here to defend himself. That's like when somebody passes on. I had people that hated me. And like I said, me and you had spoke about it because there was somebody that really disliked me. I have not one ill thing to say about her because of the fact of the matter, you've passed on. Out of respect, I'm like, I'm not going to speak on someone's name like that.
Right.
But for those people that are like, oh, he died because he bashed black women. Oh, God told you to tell the world, make sure you know that I killed Kevin Samuels because he talked bad about black women. Oh, he would have been here longer if he wouldn't have been talking bad about black women. I'm like, wait, they don't even correlate. They don't go together. No. Like, I'm pretty sure that my God, I don't care how you feel about and what you believe, I don't put no curses on nobody. I don't talk bad about people like that. But I'm pretty sure God didn't say, you know what? Black women said they don't like him, so I'm going to just kill him.
No, I don't think it worked that way.
If it did, man, I'd be dead a long time ago.
Well, first of all, y'all would be gone. There would be no men.
Man, as many women that didn't like me back in college, I should have been long dead if that was true.
You're just gonna keep that energy out of this atmosphere.
I'm just saying.
I hear you.
I don't believe any of that because
we gonna keep that energy out of my space.
Okay.
You can talk about that on your way home if you feel like it, but here you'll live to see another day, every day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to it, I mean, do you not agree with the term keep that same energy?
Yes, I agree with keep that same energy, but at some point in time, you have to let go. That's like no matter how you want to look at it, karma. Well, you reap what you sow. Anything like that, it all goes back to okay. If you're gonna keep it going that same way, like I want God to forgive me for some stuff, but I can never forgive nobody for nothing. So why should God forgive me?
Well, God's perfect. We ain't perfect.
Okay, but God wants us to be more like Him. And
Yes.
I'm not trying to take it just like spiritual, but
Right.
I'm just saying, bruh, I don't have enough time to invest in hating on
True
anyone.
statement.
I don't hate no one.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I don't deal with you, I don't deal with
I
you.
just
I'm
don't
gonna
deal
move
with you.
around.
Yeah. Show love.
And I used to have a saying, if I like you, I fuck with you. If I don't like with you, fuck you.
Yeah.
But I'm like, as I've gotten older, I'm like, I keep that same way. It's like, I don't deal with people. And yes, I did cuss. I know I don't normally cuss, but yes, that was my old saying back in the day. But I just look at it as if I can't deal with you, I'm not going to be around you. I don't care who
Right.
you are.
When it come to me, I'm on that same level. Like, if I don't like you, I ain't gonna be around you. And most of the time, if you come through, if I don't know you and you showing me that you bought some others, I'll help you by getting out of your way. You got it. This is what you want to show out. Do your thing, bro. I know sometimes you think maybe you at that age where you think women like the show, so you want to go ahead and hit your
But
WCW.
one of the things
WWE.
I never understood, why didn't they just, if I don't like someone or I don't like what someone says, the best thing I could do, turn them off.
Turn them off. Get out the way.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna turn off this right now. I'm gonna stick you where it hurts. The ratings. Like if so many women hated Kevin Samuels
You gotta
and
turn
things
'em
like
on.
that, just turn
No.
off.
My thing is, it would be so easy, right?
Yeah.
If you really want to end somebody, don't feed the fire.
True.
Every time you click on a person, all you doing is adding wood.
Little gasoline.
You know what I'm saying?
wood.
I would turn you off, but I'm gonna keep watching. So what do? He catch a fire. He got a flame. He moving now.
Exactly. There was this one lady. I forgot her name. I dislike her, but I was like, you know what? I give it like a couple of minutes. She was talking bad about Kevin Samuels because she was talking about, he was preaching about everybody getting a skinny girl and women don't ever do nothing, and she was just bashing him. But then she was like, but I won't speak ill of the dead. I'm like, but you
just
did. And then she was like, but the woman he was messing with and all that stuff, she was a bit chubby herself and all that kind of stuff.
Now that's the issue I have right there. That's the issue. Okay, Kevin Samuels was talking crazy about big women. Okay, but he never said that he wouldn't hit a big woman. He just said, if you're looking for a superstar in the NBA, you might want to lose some weight because they get to look at the top-rated women. That's what they get to do. Life is life. But then you come through, and in order to prove a point, you go against the very women that you claim to be trying to defend.
This lady actually pulled out a police report of it to be like, at this house, and she was just going in on him. I was like,
"Is this Tanya TKO?"
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
I don't even like saying her name.
Why not?
Because she be saying some outlandish stuff sometimes.
Hey, I'm just
like, I understand if you're trying to uplift. I believe in uplifting women. I believe in uplifting men. But what I won't say is I'm not going to uplift someone by downgrading someone else.
Right. I ain't gonna do it.
That's all I'm saying. Is like, if you want to be pro-woman or pro-man.
Be pro-woman or pro-woman?
Yes.
Like, your stance should be strong enough to stand on its own.
But I don't understand why you have to degrade something else in order to get if men really wanted this or if men wanted that, men could handle this. And I'm like, okay. And I tried not to, so I was like, I'm going to give it a minute. But after she pulled out the police report, I'm like, you know what?
Hey, but remember she got on, who was that? The dude, Brother Polite.
Mm-hmm.
And she read his police report. But, you know, I don't know whatever took place from that case. I don't really follow the dude like that. But I was just like, the internet lives on the guilty until proven innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And the court systems say they live on the whole innocent until proven guilty. But it's kind of hard for me to be an innocent man locked up in a cage. You know what I'm saying? Like, either I did or I didn't do it, but, you know.
Yeah. But obviously, if I'm locked up, you think I did
You think I did it. Or, like, you know, it's just how it is.
But with a lot of things, it's never really innocent to proven guilty.
Right, it's guilty until proven guilty.
Yeah. It's like, even if you're proven innocent,
the people gonna
say you're guilty.
It's just like Donald Trump with the Central Park 5.
Yeah.
You know, the what was they called? Something else. The exonerated 5.
Mm.
I mean, even after the lady came out and said, no, it wasn't them and all that, he was still like, no, I don't take back nothing I said. They should have got the death penalty. I'm like, gosh, the men didn't do nothing, spent years in prison for being innocent of nothing. Like, I did nothing. I should be a free man walking this earth.
Yeah.
Large portions of my life was taken away. Large
and that's
portions.
What I'm saying is, like, if we talk about innocent to proven guilty, none of these reports should come out or said anything. Yes, do I think they should take their passports and stuff? Yes, just in case you're guilty, you can't run. Even if we're the only ones that know you got ankle monitor on. Put the ankle monitor. Hey, this is just a precaution. Just in case.
But you still free. You can go wherever you want. But just understand, everywhere you go, we know where you are at all times. You get outside the city limit. Because your job right over there.
Your job there, your girl live there. We ain't about to air nothing.
Issue.
We not about to say
nothing. Until your court date. Court date come, we gonna report what we hear.
But you notice they always say they want to find jurors that are non-biased. But if you hear about big name cases, you're gonna be biased in some way.
How you gonna find a juror that don't know about Johnny Depp? Yeah. Like, how you can't do it?
Exactly. Like, oh, well. And I was like, okay, if Johnny Depp did it, yes, he's wrong. He need to go to jail. He need to lose his... But then I'm like, when you heard everything come out and everything...
It's like, no,
nothing. Y'all...
Nobody sent an apology to that man.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, Disney, you owe that man an apology.
You owe him money.
You took his money away. You took his... Like...
Just because somebody lied on him.
And don't get me wrong. I understand that you don't want to stand for domestic abuse in any way. I get it. But how does taking a person's money away stop them from being violent?
That make you more violent.
Now I'm really upset.
Like, man, I'm getting $20 million for this. Now I'm broke.
I'm broke. Because you lied? Yes.
Yes, I'm angry.
I'm angry.
Like, I want the judge to give you some years, but then I also want him to give me 5 minutes. All that stuff you said I did.
Yeah.
Like, you just took everything away from someone.
You took my entire life on a lie.
And yes, and I would say the same thing if the shoe was on the other foot. If it was a dude doing these things, I don't give sympathy to bad behavior.
No.
If you're doing wrong, if you're hurting someone, if you're harming someone, I don't care who you are, man or woman.
It is, you can't do it and get away with it.
Yes.
Like,
they're above it.
I'm on the side.
Nobody's above it.
I'm on the side of the righteous.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who can operate with righteous anger, I'll be like, it is what it is. Mike Tyson, righteous anger.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here minding my business. You threw a bottle at me and you berated me with insults and you did all okay. At a certain point, if I snap and you can't tell me how to react.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't you caught these hands.
That's just like defending your family, your wife.
Yeah.
As a man or vice versa, as a woman. Yeah. However you want to look at it.
Yeah. if a big booty stripper woman run through that door right now and run and be like, oh no, she about to attack my husband, and she just start swinging on him and be like, yeah, get the oil out, squirt some oil over there, just a little bit, just.
Sorry, people, you gotta throw a little bit in that. But I'm just saying, it's like
get the pool with the pudding out.
But I'm just saying, if somebody is trying to harm, attack anyone, I don't care which side it is, I don't care what your gender is or anything like that. I'm on the side of right.
Right.
And all those people, like Amber Heard, she got up in Women's March. Them women that actually faced abuse and stuff like that, I agree with them.
Yeah, but you perverting it. The thing is, when you have those women who use that stance and it's not true, it harms the message of all the other women who, like, I actually went through this. This is a real thing. Like, you living in a fairy tale world. The people who should be most upset with what that woman did are the women
that were hurt.
Yes.
Like, and that's my stance. I'm like, nobody seems to be pissed off about it except the dudes.
Yeah, dudes like, yeah, we've been telling you the whole time. I'd be like, we don't need to. They see our point of view now. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If you want to rub salt in the wound, let Johnny Depp do that. He's really good at witty comebacks in the middle of a trial, bro.
Oh, the one where he breaks down and laughs hard.
No, the one he hit me with. The lawyer asked, so would you say that you're physically bigger than Amber? He was like, no, I wouldn't say that. I was like, oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, do you think you would be able to get him out the house? What was it? They were asking her if she would be able to get him out the house if she felt she was at harm and everything. And Johnny Depp puts his head down and starts laughing. And the judge just takes her glasses off and is like, I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Because I'm like, if you look at him, you look at her. But I'm just saying, like, women should have been more up at arms about a woman lying about it.
And what you do is you discredit they struggle, they real movement. I'm like, people who disagree with a movement and they want to go up and say, no, that's not real. I can understand them. They truly don't believe it. Okay. But when you have that person who, you see they struggle, you fully know that it's real, and then you pervert the statement by going in there and acting like that Juicy Smollett guy.
Yeah.
Bruh, like, the thing what you did.
You gotta stop calling him Juicy Smollett.
Dave Chapelle messed that up for me. I don't know how to.
Smollett.
What I'm saying is, the LGBTQ movement, they have a real platform, a real statement. Like, this really be happening to them folk. Like, you really get attacked
for
your.
It's very wrong for it to happen to them. But for you to lie,
to try to get some sort of fame off the back and the struggle of real people, that's screwed up. Especially when you claim to align yourself with them.
Like, I give you an example. For example, because I went to court this past week and everything for a ticket. I was arguing about a ticket, going back and forth because I didn't think I was speeding, but the officer thought I was speeding. We went back and forth and all that kind of stuff. So they were like, well, if you get on the witness stand, the prosecutor can bring up, they can ask you about certain things. So the prosecutor asked me, hey, how, do you think that the police officer noticed that you were black? And I was like, I'm pretty sure he could have noticed that I was black. I mean, we were all I was driving. There was a car in front of me, a car to the side. And then I was like, okay, I see where this is about to go. And I'm like, I don't want it to go here because I didn't want anybody to think I was using the black car as the reason why I was pulled over.
Right. I'm righteous in my own state.
Yes.
Like, I wasn't speeding.
Yes, I wasn't speeding. It was, and I had to tell them, I'm like, before we get to this point, I do not feel that the police officer was pulling me over because of the color of my skin. And they were like, well, why were you worried about the police? And I'm like, I always worry about the police when they jump behind me. And she asked why. And I looked at the judge. The judge looked at me. I looked back at the judge. I'm like, can I plead the fifth? He was like, nah, not on this one. I was like, okay. Because of the way I grew up and where I grew up, I do worry about the police, but do I feel that this police officer was pulling me over because of those situations? No. I felt that he said I was speeding, but I was not speeding. Right. And the judge even thanked me after the end because I was like, I was trying to, because if you on the witness stand, you have to answer their questions in the way they ask you. And right. I'm like, I'm not trying to say it was because I was black and pulled me over.
I don't want you to use me to move the movement forward unless I really went through that.
Yes, if I felt that,
if I felt it for real.
Like, okay, cool.
Like when you was at the place and the dude came at you about the dumpster and it was like, you got a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you was on trial, I'd be like, use that.
And if you don't know, I get pulled over quite often for some bad reasons.
Sinatra said, because I'm a black male.
Like, man, I've been pulled over so many times, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the time in Denton, like when me and 16 got pulled over. And I'm like, what? They pulled, like, it was like 4 police officers pull us over, and then they draw guns down on us. Man, we like, okay, my man, put our hands out. It's like, and then we asked them what happened after they finally figured out it's not us.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we fit the description. I'm like,
what was the description? It's like, now that one, yes, because I was black.
Because you was black.
Like, I'm not saying it's all the time, but
it's a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm like, man, okay.
It's a lot. But that's what also is difficult for other people. Like, you know, I don't really fault people of another race who don't understand when we say, because I'm like, if you don't experience it, like my wife, she was, before she got with me, she wasn't really 100% on America's racist, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you get treated a certain way because you're black. You know, she light skinned. I don't like that term fair skin. Yeah. Because I'm like, my skin is fair too, shit.
Hey, I'm good.
I'm good too. Mm-hmm. All right, but at the same time, she closest to the other side with the skin color, and it is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
But walking through Walmart, cop pull up on me. I'm in the automotive section, and he like, "Hey, look, just put back whatever you put in your pockets, and you can go about your business." It's like, put back whatever I put in my pockets. What are you talking about? Like, he was like, come on, sir. We saw you put it in. I was like, who? Who saw me? You saw me? Who saw me? What did I put in my pockets? Man. And then he was like, sir, just empty all your pockets. I'm like, for what? I don't have nothing. I'm like, I explained to him, bruh, I got a job. I go to work faithfully every day. Well, 5 days out of the week, I go to work, bruh. Any little thing up in here from the lowest price to the highest price in here,
get that.
I could buy that and will not hurt. Like, it means nothing to me. So I don't need to steal your look. Like, I understand these Walmart employees over here stocking at night. Yeah, they probably got to steal something. I don't work overnight at Walmart, bruh. I got a job that pay me quite well to do what I do.
Exactly.
So he was like, well, empty your pockets. I'm like, right here? Right now? He's like, yes. So I'm taking off my stuff. I was like, I should just pull down my pants and just show like I'm also swinging. Like, I'm also swinging, huh? What it is now? You know what I mean? But I was like, dang, I never had this happen to me. I'm like, because you never been with me. Like, you just never been through what I hate Walmart.
Well, hell, I'm light skinned.
Did this happen to you?
Man, you be surprised. I've had guns pulled on me more times than anybody for stuff that I ain't even do nothing. Like literally the trash can incident.
Yeah.
Somebody said they saw somebody with a gun in the trash can. I finished helping my friend move.
And it's Texas. That's the like outside the whole racism thing that can be piled onto this, and it's gonna fit. We in Texas. We have open carry. Yes. Not wasn't then, but now, it's not uncommon to see a person in Texas with a gun.
But
it's probably more uncommon to see a person without one.
Yeah.
Like
most people got a weapon.
Most people got a gun.
But the reason I say it is the police officer I was walking to my car. He didn't stop me right then. I got in my car, turned around, drove. He followed me for like 5 miles. 5. So you knew he was checking my plates, see if I had any outstanding warrants.
What can I get him for?
Yeah,
so I don't make this racist.
Mm-hmm. And then when all of a sudden he pulled me over. He didn't wait until. Oh, he didn't just pull me over and get out the car himself. He waited till he had backup. So it's a cop at the front. There's a cop on the side shining a light right through my car.
Which I never
There's
understood.
a cop on the other side and 2 cops in the back. I'm like, I pull over right in front of a Wendy's. I'm thinking, man, I got my hands up and I'm like, oh, could you turn off your car? Okay. Can I reach down and turn off my car? Oh, yes. Could you roll down your window all the way? Okay. And then all of a sudden he tells me, oh, you can calm down. I'm like, it's like 5 of you.
How are you? What have I done? I don't really like. They don't feel it.
I don't even want to ask what I've done because I don't want somebody to say, oh, he's being hostile.
He's being hostile. Like, look, I just want to go home. Once I told cop that.
I told cop that too. I just want to go home.
Look, the first thing, he was like, so I'm like, look, only thing I want to happen from this interaction between us is I go home because I got a child. Like, people want to see me come home. I know I ain't did nothing. So you need to calm down because I don't have nothing on me.
Man, every time I get pulled over by police, I'm like, man, I just want to go home.
I just want to go home, bro. I just want to get out of this interaction with you, with my life. And I feel like people really don't, like, other people, when I tell other people, like, yeah, that's how we feel about dealing with the cops and the interactions, because I don't know you, and for the most part, I know what you watch on television, and in your world, that's a depiction of real life, so I know you don't view me the way that I actually am. Yeah. You see me as what you saw. You see, and shout out to 50 Cent for making Power, but Power, book 2 is really damaging if you really think about it. I got a kid who's in a prestigious college.
Yeah.
And instead of going and getting a degree that's going to set and prepare,
you a gangster.
You want to sell drugs. You just can't. I can't shake it.
My mama and daddy did it, so I gotta do it.
I'm like we couldn't want better for ourselves. No way. Like, I have to do. I understand it's good for television, but it's horrible for all the black kids who go into college who just want to be engineers. Yeah. Just want to be doctors.
I just want to make good money.
I just want to make good money, go home, bro. Mm-hmm. And I don't want the cop over there who watched Power and seen all the dead bodies to associate me and my color with those bodies.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm here just like your kid over there. I'm doing the same thing he do. I'm just trying to get by, put myself in position, because it's going to be generations after me who I want to be the linchpin to success. Like, because he exists, we are now up here. Like, I want people to go around and be like, man, oh, that's one of the Hunter boys over there. Like, yeah.
Oh, when you hear about that, you hear their name.
Yeah, you know it's money over there. It's success over there. It's just like anytime you hear that name. So I'm trying to put my family in that realm, but then you got Power over here in St. Patrick,
Man, I just think about a lot of things, and I'm like, We can't be honest about things no more. People always trying to screw people over, play games. Like you gotta worry about people just telling you the honest truth. You could have just told me the truth.
You could have just said that, bro.
Like,
you could have just kept it real.
And there's a couple of people that I'm cool with, but I was like, bro, you ain't gotta lie to me.
Got a lot of kick it, man.
Yeah, like if you just said, nah, bro, you know the way I'm feeling right now, I'm gonna just chill out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. Respect. Oh no, it ain't no problem. You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Feel like a little hostile, little energy, a little negative.
I can feel it. I can feel it in the air.
Taste it. Hey,
but
just a little bit.
I mean, it's one of them worlds out here. But I don't know. I guess I wish people could respect other people's boundaries, privacy. Now, if you tell me, don't worry about it, bro, I'm like, okay, cool.
I want to not be able to worry about it.
Yeah. Like, if I say I care about you, whether it's friend, family, or whoever.
Ain't no extra on this. I care about you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you know.
If I ask you, bro, you good? And you like, yeah, I'm making it, bro. I'm going to be like, you need to talk? You okay? Like, I'm my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
Like, and that's, I think, an issue with black people in general. We don't really want to help each other like we used to. Like, look at it like this. Back in the day when you got whooping, who you get whooping, and like, if you acted up out in the street,
right?
The neighbor deal with you,
right?
Your auntie deal with you, and then they tell your mama, and your mama gonna deal with you. Now, nowadays, everybody's like, don't worry about it. I'll deal with my child if I see them do something.
Let me explain that phenomenon.
Okay.
One, okay, after Rodney King, bruh, we couldn't do that no more. Reason being, because this cop hit me. Because, you know, if you watch the full tape, Rodney King was kind of wilding on that thing. He was swinging on them cops like that. You know what I'm saying? The first cop come in there handling his business and start working on you. It wasn't really a problem till the other cops came and, like, progressively it turned from one man against one man to one man against a mob of blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you as a child, we supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Such and so down the street did see me. She said she saw me do something. Okay. If I say I didn't do it, but she whooped me already, I'm guilty until proven guilty. So now she is more correct than I've ever been because she got the ability to punish me for something she thought I did.
Now, how many people actually did that? Because
enough people to where I'd be like, nah, don't touch mine.
Nah,
you tell me, I'll come get mine.
Now, the only reason I say that is because, bro, okay, like, for example.
You got a lot of trust for a lot of people. I'm just
No, I ain't saying for every single person.
The aunt,
but
sure.
You should have people in your circles like, you know what? They in your care. Handle that. I'm going to let them know. Then I'm going to handle it when
they in your care. If you saw my child down the street or something, they ain't in your care. Now, they just in your line of sight.
Now, if you saw your child, like for example, you see my child down the street, like going to, like, let's say my daughter's older, and she run up in some little boy house and all
I'm
that.
I'm gonna run in there and pull out.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna whoop her.
You
because I know.
Call me and you
know I'm coming.
Bro, if you don't go in there and beat that little girl butt,
I'm not gonna whoop her because I need her to. Because it's not about fearing me. Because I'm only gonna be here because I feel like that's intervention by a higher being. It's like out of everywhere I could have been today, I just so happened to pull up in a spot and I seen his daughter walk up in this house with this dude. No, it's not gonna like I gotta do what I've been ordained to do. I gotta protect my brother's daughter. I gotta do what.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh no, man, you better snatch her up by her hair, man.
Like, no,
your daddy gonna kill you. You know that, right?
Exactly. You know what? When she see me, she be like, I don't fear him because of what he's gonna do, but the fact that he caught me makes it 10 times worse because I can't lie my way out of this one.
But that's one of the things is a lot of the children now will lie their way out of it. Oh, well, my child said they didn't do that. And parents be over here like, well, my child said they didn't do that.
But they didn't do it. I don't agree with that statement.
If I watch you and see you do it, you did it.
Right. But my thing, like, telling on the kids to protect the kids is fine. I just don't feel like everybody should be able to put their hands on
I ain't
child.
saying everybody as in, random strangers. Getting them.
But I'm just saying, like, even if you in the neighborhood, I don't know you well enough because I'm not in your house, and I don't know if I agree with all your rules, bro. Mm-hmm. Just being honest with this, like, you sure. I'll be like, if Paige came like, oh, Jeremy gave me a whooping, I'll be like, well, what did you do? But I know you. If my brother did it, I know you. The next door neighbor who I've probably been living next to for the last 5 years, if they come in and Paige like they gave me a whooping, okay, I'm finna go get him a whooping. I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm not trying to figure it out. Bruh, what's mine is mine. Don't touch it. I don't care if you felt 100% justified. That's why I really don't be agreeing with the cops coming at you with nightsticks. I be like, you don't know that man. You got called to a scene. You don't have all the proof yet. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand their position. I got to make a judgment call. Because the difference between me and them is people don't call me to the problem. They literally call you to a problem. So you got to figure everything out on the fly, and sometimes you make mistakes. So I give you the benefit of the doubt. You was trying to do the right thing. But when you got other cops out here, like with Sandra Bland and everybody, I can't guarantee that every cop that go on every scene is thinking about the best interest of me, and it might be just because of the pigment of my skin, which is a problem. Neighborhood, I can't guarantee the next door neighbor is not just trying to, I don't whoop my kids, especially if you don't whoop your kids, you whoop mine. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to knock you. Bro, I'm going to catch you. You don't whoop yours, but you going to whoop mine. You going to be an apple tree in my backyard, nigga. Straight like that. We gonna finish that. I'm gonna be like, yeah, there's such and so apples over there. They grow black with sorrow because he was sorry he met me with that foolishness. We got a new segment called "You Won't Believe." You won't believe today has been brought to you by.
Oh, so yes. This segment is brought to you by Traces Like Mine, Yanni Like Mine, and also Wasted Desires. You can always look them up on Facebook, Instagram, and their website, wasteddesires.com. Check them out. It is beaded, beads, different things, waist beads, anklets, things for black women by black women. Hair care, body, and soul by black women.
By black women. Top notch, by Black. Shout out to Tyler Bailey. Quality clothes by quality guy. Boo Lee. He does a podcast called S4P, and it's not what you think. It's State of Being. All
also,
right.
A shout out to Nate Price.
Nate Price, Grit and Grind.
Grit and Grind.
Yeah, but we'll get more shout outs at the end.
Yeah.
We just want to throw out to people who got us here today. All right. Man dumps. This is you won't believe. Man dumps fiancé on wedding day after a clip of her licking chocolate off of a stripper's privates.
Oh, and you won't guess who is by. Who sent the husband the video. So, the wife's sister, biological sister, sent, I'm just saying, biological sister sends the husband a video. You know how disrespectful that is?
That's terrible.
Okay. Let's get it out the way. First of all, if you licking chocolate off of a stripper's junk, yeah, you didn't need to get married anyway.
You for the streets.
Yes, and I don't care about you saying that's your last night being single.
It don't matter. You sound like that dude on Players Club.
Yeah, and we all saw what happened.
What happened to him.
So, and he still never got married. That's what they said at the end.
He didn't deserve it.
Yeah, he went to jail.
Yeah,
but The whole thing that I'm saying is, first, let's get the first thing out the way. Yeah, you wrong. You licking chocolate off the stripper.
Done deal.
I'm like, nah.
You wrong.
Nah. Your bachelor party, your bachelorette party is really not for you. It's for the people around you to get that last shout out, hurrah.
Hurrah with you.
Yeah,
you know
with you, not you. Like, man, I got to do some porno tricks before I get married. Now, I'm like, for you to lick, I keep trying to say this the right way. For you to lick chocolate off of a stripper, junk.
Private.
Not the chest, not the arms,
no,
not even the lips. You licked it off of his stuff. Yeah. And the next day you gonna come try kiss me.
That's the issue, bro.
Like, you gonna try kiss me.
Kiss me.
Less than 24 hours.
Ain't enough Listerine. You can work at the Listerine factory and drown like the Joker.
Think if you really like chocolate, though.
It don't matter if I like chocolate.
No.
What
not you, bro.
I don't care about no chocolate.
No, I'm like, if your woman really like chocolate, you know she was going to work.
Oh yeah, okay. Like,
I
was like, where's he going? Like, I don't like pink. I don't like salty chocolate, dog.
But I'm just saying, like, your woman going to work on the stripper, then her like, oh, I really love you, baby. Let me get that out the corner of your. Oh, baby, you got some chocolate on your mouth. What if nobody knew about it? Oh. What if nobody said nothing till after they got married and the husband's like, oh, baby, let me get that little bit of chocolate right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Or, you trying to be romantic and everything.
First of all, what if you got out there and the wedding cake was chocolate? Oh, gosh. I'd be like, every time I see chocolate, I'd be like, the deception. I couldn't trust that. Like, you messed him up for life. Hershey lost a lifetime customer. Like, you'll never get him back.
But now the fact that the sister is the one
but
that
I feel like, don't get me wrong. When it comes to betraying her sister, yes. But for the groom, she a real one,
Why would you do that for the groom? You have no real loyalty to the groom unless you're trying to plot and plan.
Maybe she was like, he about to be my brother-in-law. He need to know.
That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I'm trying to justify.
No, that's the dumbest thing. I wish my little brother would.
It's the unsung heroes, bro.
No, that's not unsung hero.
Yes, it is.
Like, no.
She did that for him.
First of all, okay.
I at least go on a date with him. I'm not even going to lie.
Bro, but if you were the person that licked the chocolate off of the lady stripper,
violated. But also,
your brother sent Ronnie B, your wife, well, your fiance at that point in time, sent her the video. First of all, you know as good as I do. We gonna fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
We gotta fight because, dog, first of all, if it was my brother, he threw the bachelor party. So I'd be like, that's set up, bro. You brought all these women out here. And you knew my brother would know at that point, like, you really can't trust Brian around naked people. When you women come through, Brian liable to mess up his marriage. You know what I'm saying? If that's me, so I'd be like, technically, Bug, you just set me up, dog.
But my whole thing is for you to do your sister like that. That's some cold-hearted stuff.
It's cold-hearted.
Like, you were like,
just
man,
destroy her future.
Yes. How can I mess up your whole thing?
But at a certain point, this girl got to take some accountability, bro.
I agree she got to take accountability for it. But really, by your sister?
But I'm just saying, okay.
You can say a friend hating. Oh, my friend hating on me.
You know how this go.
Your sister?
You know how this go, though. They going to be playing Truth or Dare or something. And the sister or one of the people at the party going to be like, never have I ever licked chocolate out the privates of a stripper at my bachelorette party. And everybody going to take a sip of alcohol except her.
First of all, you dumb as hell if you don't take a sip of alcohol. And after this party, I'm going to beat you down. I'm just saying.
Hold on. My brother asking, Jeremy, why are you camouflaging your real voice, my G? Apparently you don't sound like you're supposed to sound.
I don't.
I don't know. That's what he just told me. He said you don't sound like you supposed to sound.
What am I doing? Am
I don't know.
Loud?
Anyway,
Too low?
Look,
Okay.
You can't be out there doing stuff like come on. At a certain point, she's wrong, but she's far more right with what she did than she is wrong.
Who?
The sister.
No.
Yes.
No, your loyalty is not to, bro.
Your loyalty is to her best
loyalty
interest,
is-
and her best interest was. But okay.
The whole thing I'm saying is your loyalty is not with my wife. Your loyalty is with me. If you are my brother, you are my biological brother. Your loyalty is with me. Me above all. Is not with my wife's happiness above your brother. No. Now, if I'm over here messing up as a brother, yes, you have the right to charge me up.
You right. Instead of holding the camera and world starring your sister, why didn't you, when they was going to the process and she was right there, like about to do it, you should have just slapped her like, are you serious?
Yes.
Like,
if my little brother were to do that to me, I'd be like, okay, right there. Like, you know what, bro? I was tripping. I don't know what.
I don't know what I was doing.
I was tripping for that.
I was tripping. And you can't get mad because I swung on you.
I really couldn't.
You couldn't. I'd be like, I
like,
saved your
do you
marriage.
Realize what you about to do?
Yeah. I agree.
I could understand that.
But
But for you to videotape
for
it
you to videotape, basically,
and then send it to him.
Right. Basically, you like the Chauvin dude with George Floyd. Okay, yeah, he had the knee on the neck, but all y'all watched.
Mm-hmm.
All y'all got power to stop it, but none of y'all did. So technically, y'all accessories to murder because of that.
I'm just saying.
But all our homegirls is filed for that because y'all know what she was doing. Y'all could have stopped her at any point. Anybody could have came in and stepped in and been
I'm
like,
pretty
no.
sure somebody was hitting the camera like, "Ooh, go ahead, girl."
No, of course. They got like
hyping her up.
Hyping
to do
her
it.
up.
It's like, bruh, no, I don't need friends around me that gonna be
hype
like,
me up for
do
stupidity.
the dumb things.
Don't do dumb.
Like,
stop me.
do all that. Yeah, do that.
Stop me, please.
Like, bruh.
Don't let me mess up my
Jeremy,
life.
you a little drunk right now. Let's go and go.
Let's go ahead and go, or sit down. Like if I'm not ready to leave and be like, Jeremy, sit down. Stop being stupid.
Go to the corner, man.
Go to the corner.
Like, hey, you need about 5 minutes to yourself.
Cause you tripping.
Go call your bride to be or something.
Yeah. Next topic on You Won't Believe This. A woman is convicted of sexual assault in Germany for poking holes in her friends with benefits condom.
I agree. And I believe a lot more women should be convicted of it.
Yeah. I feel like if that took place in America, you know how many groupies would be locked up right now?
Well, something needs to be done besides telling the dude, well, you should have known who you
should've
laid
known.
down with.
It's your fault. Be like, yeah, I agree, it's his fault. But at the same time, if he was smart enough to get a condom, then it's not his fault. Because he made preparations to prevent
like you
whatever.
remember a video I showed you of the dude, he was like, let me see my homeboy, the condom you were going to use with my homeboy. Pulled it out, put the mirror in it, just start splashing water out.
Like it was a shower head. I was like, oh gosh, she really didn't. I'd be like, why even make him wear one? Just say no.
But that's the thing that I don't understand is like, we talk about all the fair and equality stuff. I'm like, okay, stealthing happens on both ends, but it's only wrong. They only look at it more wrong when it's the guy.
No.
And it's not supposed to be about men versus women. It's supposed to be what right and wrong.
Right. My thing is, you know, it was a while back where Drake, Aubrey Graham, was putting Tabasco sauce in his condoms. Because, you know, a little sriracha, if you get in there, you try to violate me and have a baby unwanted. Right. But people was giving him a lot of flack like, no, he can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? That's his, even though it left his body, it's still his property.
Yeah.
So if I put some hot sauce in there, it won't hurt you unless you trying to mess me over.
And that's what I'm saying. That was like, There was this one. I was showing some people at my job this one video, and was a dude sitting up there, and he was talking about somebody keep eating my food at the lunchroom, and he can't figure out who he is. So what he does, he gets a whole bunch of ghost chili peppers, puts it in his sandwich, and then like he waits, his lunch disappears again. Then all of a sudden you hear somebody like, and like real bad, like, and he starts smiling about it. Mm-hmm. So one of the people at my job was like, "Oh, that's so wrong." I'm like, no, that's not.
It was wrong for stealing that man's sandwich.
What if they died from it? Then it was their fault.
You chose to steal. You died stealing. It's not me. Like it goes back to the girl with the licking the chocolate sauce off the stripper. Even though she told on you, you kind of your own downfall because you did a dumb thing.
You did it. It was your fault.
General would like you to know that everybody knows to bring your own condom. All right, so but this is the caveat to that. So they friends with benefits, because I got to give you the whole story. They friends with benefits. So while he knocking it down, he gets the condoms out of his top drawer near his bed. So he in his house, in his bed, and they've been doing this a while, so he trusts her. He's comfortable with it, with her being in his space without him present. So she went to the drawer because she caught feelings, told him he didn't reciprocate those feelings, right? He didn't reciprocate. So he was like, "No, I'm not trying to get into a serious relationship with you. We got what we're doing here is good."
I like what
so she, of course, letting him hit, but while he leaves the room, I suspect, she goes through the process of poking holes in his condoms. So because it's a common thing to where I'm about to hit it, I'm going to reach over in my drawer, it's mine, to get my condoms. And I didn't poke any holes in them. You shouldn't be going through my stuff to poke holes in my condom. Boom.
Now, my question for that is, from what General said, everybody should bring their own condom.
He brought his own.
Yes. And that being true. But, they tell women to bring their own condom and men to bring their own condom. Whose condom are we using? Because or we going to the store together.
From the story, he used his condoms in his drawer.
I mean, but now what I'm saying, like, as in general.
Oh, if a woman brings you a condom?
Yeah, because a lot of women are like, because there be dudes doing shicey stuff like that too.
Right. I mean, it's whatever you trust, whoever you trust. If you sitting there with a guy and you told him, "Hey, this is just a booty call," whoever says it's just a booty call should supply condoms, okay? Because you don't need to have no situations where you caught feelings, I didn't catch feelings, so now you put me in that position. I'm like, no.
Okay, I can go with that one.
The first person to say this is just a moment. This ain't a lifetime. This is a leaf in the wind.
This isn't.
It only happens in fall. So let the panties fall, and when the sun come up, dip. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can get with that one.
Yeah, he also says that he should have seen this. Once she told him she wanted more.
See, and I could say partly that could be true, but then the other part you're like, oh, man.
It's like, but in my mind, the reason I can't rock with that is because I'm in my house. And obviously, the court system agrees. Let's just put that out there. The court system agrees because she was convicted of sexual assault. So
she should
have got it. And she did get it.
They need to make that worldwide and quit playing.
So I'm just like, no, if you sit there and you put a person in a position that they would not be in, then you wrong.
Like the whole thing dudes were doing. At one point in time, dudes were stealthing, like cutting the tips of condoms and all that stuff.
But I don't understand that. I'm like, is many women out here, bro? Like, if you got it once, and like, if you able to get a woman to allow you to, penetrate her as a man, the likelihood of you getting it again is substantially high. Because that means that you're somebody people pick. PGC. Players getting chose is respecting you out here in this game.
Exactly.
So accept your place among the kings.
But the
That's all I'm
dumbest
saying.
thing I don't understand is I know we're gonna say raw dogging is the best thing since sliced bread.
It ain't that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's
sir.
on you,
It is, sir.
bro.
But
My security.
the issues that come behind it, I don't need them issues in my life.
That's why, bro. If it's the best thing since sliced bread,
First of all,
that bread a little moldy.
First of all, let's be real. There is no dude in this world that's like, bro, I don't like raw dog. You just don't like what happens after.
It takes too much trust to raw dog, bro.
You don't like what happens after. Not the raw dogging, the after effect.
Is what
That's what it is. It's like you had a great drink that you really love, but that aftertaste is like, ah, man.
Sure
I
never
love
ate
this
that.
drink, but I hate that aftertaste.
Hate that aftertaste.
And then when you burp, you taste the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's like
oh Lord.
it's like when you take the omega-3 fish pills before they start filtering it and all that. The fishy burp afterwards, like it's working on your joints. It's supposed to be amazing for you, but that fish,
that fish smell
just makes you want to throw up on the inside.
You know what? Exactly.
Yeah. So I just be like, that's all I'm saying. If it's the best thing since sliced bread, they picked the one loaf that was moldy. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, it's what it
because
is. It's for married people. It's all fresh bread. Because you chose this life. This is what you're doing.
Or if you got a vasectomy,
you a smart baker.
It's like, hey, I bake my bread with nothing but the finest yeast.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. After I bake it, ain't nothing else baking in here. Oven
good.
don't work. This is sunrise bread. Like you put it in the sun, it's gonna rise. We need no ovens to be inserted into.
Like, I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'm glad. Not okay. Because it could be taken the wrong way. Hey, I'm not glad that she did it in order to go to prison. But I am glad the court system, at least in Germany,
is holding accountability.
Is put everybody is accountable. You gonna have to.
Like, the one that pissed me off was in America, they were talking about, what was it? I was like back in college, and they were like, oh, if a man and woman get drunk, the man's still responsible because he's the man. And I'm like, but if we both drunk. And then I was like, man.
Women really, I mean, I understand women are fighting the government because, the whole equality thing.
Yes.
But in order to get equality, the first thing you got to do is let people know, yeah, I'm wrong too sometimes.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to use it against you. I'm wrong. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm wrong. You're wrong.
I'm not infallible.
We can be wrong.
I can be
then
just as wrong as
everybody's
this
like,
person.
okay, cool. They can accept their wrongs. I can accept
their wrongs, so I don't need to give you no handicaps in this game. Like, if you went and you applied for a job where you got to lift cinder blocks all day and you're a woman and you're like, I'm not that strong, then unfortunately, I got to fire you.
Exactly. Because you can't hold up your end of the
bargain. But if you're a woman and you can lift them cinder blocks and you choose to do it every day, then hey, you saw where you might have been handicapped or something, and you worked against it. I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I like being fair.
Right.
But a lot of people are like, oh, well, what you want is just total equality. Okay, either we want equality or we don't want equality. Right. If you say you don't want it, I'm like, okay, cool. I work with my handicaps, you work with your handicaps.
Right.
But if you saying you want equality and stuff like that, okay, then let's be fair. Quit trying to get all the handicaps and say, nah, you got no handicaps.
You got no handicaps.
Like, I can pull the guy card if you can pull the girl card.
Just and it's like what that lawyer was trying to do. If they could pull, back the blue, you could pull, I'm a black man too. Like, you could do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you didn't, and I'm glad you didn't, because that would be, lessening the impact.
Well, I would never
movement.
want because I can't stand when black people do that. I really can't.
I can't stand when they do it and it's not right.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It's like when you pull that card, make sure that card needs to be pulled.
Because I don't want to ever lessen the impact of. If I pull the race card, you best believe it's some racist stuff going on.
Exactly.
Guaranteed. Like, there's no question. Everybody sees it. I'm just the person who pointed at it.
Yeah.
The card was already on the table. I didn't even really pull it. I just said, hey, look, it's a race card over there. And they be like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like Scooby-Doo pop out and the person be like, and I would have got away with it too. It wasn't for you. And they're Raggy? What's going on? Like, I just feel like I just want to hit you with it real quick, real smooth.
Respect.
This brings us to a close.
Mm-hmm.
Is that shout out Aretha?
Else? Oh yeah, shout out Aretha. She's at Northeast Mall up there in Hearst. She has her own boutique. She does body sculpting, contouring, things of that nature. The ice sculpting. She really helps out for men and women. I have not went up there to try it, but I have heard of dudes that have went up there and had success with it.
Right.
Actually, oh yeah, shout out to the podcast. You know, we have to promote ourselves
all
more.
the time.
Like,
you know what? Next time, the segment you're not gonna believe is gonna be brought to you by some of the people.
Yeah. So, our podcast, we're really trying to expand, trying to do more, trying to build more, and we need your help as followers to build more. Like, share, subscribe. We're on everything. Something, the number 4, DA people.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Well, not trying. At some point, I will succeed. I'm going to set up Discord so that you could be able to call in and actually be heard by everybody else. Because I had, the Don called, and I'm like, yeah, I got your phone. I got the phone into the microphone, but they can't hear you. I want to change that because some people just want to call in and talk. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get that set up. So I'm gonna be working on that, and hopefully next week I'll have it set up, and we can get you a number. You can call in, and you can actually converse with us and join in on that conversation. So we gonna.
Oh yeah. Also, I got a little Popple thing. If you don't know what Popple is, it actually is a digital. What is that called? Digital
link page
card.
No, a digital card. Okay.
It's a digital card that you can scan it. You can look at it. I will actually have in the description below. You could just scan it and I'll pop up everything about us, where we're at, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, all the different links that we have, because we're on everything.
Yeah, and you can just go like and subscribe to everything.
Yeah. One little click.
Don't even waste. Don't overthink it. Just click the button and join it all. That's it.
I promise it'll make you feel better.
You gonna like it. You gonna like what we doing. I'm gonna like that you like what we doing. With that being said, it's been another episode of Something for the People.
Y'all be easy.